So the meaning of brilliant also could be shining. Brilliant also can mean intelligent, extraordinary, but it can also mean brilliant or shining, please. For instance, he likes brilliant colors, some sort of shining colors. The taste of that person is he likes brilliant colors. So brilliant can mean shining, brilliant can mean luminous, but this nobody has written. But whatever you have written is also correct. But I want to tell you that this is also a meaning of brilliant. Herd and herd are a pair of homophone, and most of you have written it. You might have seen the internet. HERD is the right answer. So that was the discussion for yesterday's. Now today I have some interesting exercise, very few. Part A for 221 theory course. Can you write down some words ending with EW? The last two letters or alphabets should be EW. Dash, dash, dash. Last two letters or alphabets should be EW. Write down 5. Of course, don't try to look into the internet. Next, one more thing is, dash words should be avoided in English. See, what did I tell just now? Dash words should be avoided in English. What are these dash words? So I'll give you some 4 answers. You just tell me what is the correct answer. I am not going to give you the answer. We'll discuss later on. Okay? So the answer is capital, italicized, foreign, or none. Capital words should be avoided in English. Italicized words should be avoided in English. Foreign words should be avoided in English, or none of these. Okay, now the next one. Amar is junior dash Akbar. Amar is junior dash Akbar. Okay, there was a movie, Amar Akbar Anthony, Hindi movie, and in that movie there were 3 actors, and 2 actors have already passed away, and the 3rd actor is in tension, some people say that. Okay, now Amar is junior dash Akbar. What is the answer? The answer is 2. So whenever we have words like junior, senior, superior, inferior, these words are followed by 2. Remember that. Junior 2, senior 2, superior 2, inferior 2. Except these, all other, whenever you are comparing some 2 objects or 2 things, you use the word than. For instance, Rohit is stronger than Mohit. Robert runs faster than John. For all others except senior, junior, superior, inferior, you can make a note. Other than these, all others, you use the word than, faster than, taller than, bigger than, smaller than, okay, so on and so forth. So the answer is pen is superior to the sword. Next one is Rohit is stronger than Mohit. Done? Okay. Now the next, the last word for today. Listen to me very carefully. The word that doesn't shift the accent when used both as noun and verb is. I'm going to tell you some 4 words. Among those 4 words, I hope you are following me. I'm going to tell you a list of 4 words. Among those 4 words, there is one word which will not change the accent when it is pronounced both as noun and verb. So what I mean to say is that when that word is used as noun, the pronunciation will be same. When that word is used as verb also, the pronunciation will be same. But the same is not the case with the other 3 words. The other three words, when they are used as noun, the accent is placed on some syllable. When they are used as verb, the accent changes. Got me? So I have a list here. The first one is content. C-O-N-T-E-N-T. Content. Content means syllabus. The content, it can also mean the matter which is present inside a book. So you can say the content of the book is interesting. That means the matter which is inside the book is very interesting. Supposing you want to use this as a verb, then it becomes content. So the accent shifts from first syllable to the second syllable. Please be content with your life. Content here means satisfaction. So for this word, C-O-N-T-E-N-T, when it is used as a noun, it is pronounced as content. When it is used as verb, it is pronounced as content. So the accent changes. So this cannot be the correct answer. Next one, please. C-O-N-D-U-C-T. Conduct. When you have passed intermediate, you have got one certificate. That is known as conduct certificate. Conduct here means your mannerisms. Okay, your behavior. Conduct. Okay. Now, when we are using it as verb, the accent changes and it becomes conduct. Conduct. He is going to conduct an examination tomorrow. Conduct. So the accent changes to the second syllable when it is used as verb. So noun, conduct, verb, conduct. This cannot also be the right answer because I told you that you have to search for a word which is pronounced same when it is used both as noun as well as verb. Now let's see the third word, please. Present. Present. I gave him a present on his wedding. I gave him a present on his wedding. So present here means gift, please. Okay? So don't accept any gifts. Regarding giving gifts, I don't want to comment. Okay? So present here means gift. So when it is used as a noun, the accent is on the first syllable. Now when it is used as verb, the accent changes to the second syllable. It becomes present. Present. ID number 1, present sir. ID number 2, present sir. So here we are using it as verb. When we are using it as verb, the accent changes and it shifts to the second syllable. So this also cannot be the right answer. Why? Because it is pronounced in different ways when it is used as noun as well as verb. Now coming to the fourth one, order. I gave an order in the restaurant. Order. So here it is used as a noun. When we are using it as a noun, the pronunciation is order. Next, I order you to get out of the class. Here we are using it as verb, please. So when we are using it as verb also, we are telling order. When we are using it as noun also, we are telling the same pronunciation. So if it is used as noun also, order. When it is used as verb also, order. So what is the correct answer here? Out of these four, the correct answer is order. Okay? So just practice this, and when we shall be meeting for the next time, we'll discuss more. Okay? Stay home, stay safe, smile. Remember me. Have a nice time. Listen to your parents. Enjoy your lockdown. Take care of yourself. Bye.